Structure under attack.
Nuclear Dawn is a true multiplayer designed experience. There isn't a single player campaign, so all the focus went towards a user experience online. Interwave wanted to create a real battlefield with a commander and soldiers. With that idea in place, we received a real-time strategy first-person shooter experience that may be unlike everything you have ever experienced. The settings in this game are abundant. You can modify the graphics, sound, and all of the controls. It represents the graphical settings all games for PC should ship with. They aren't difficult to navigate, but will sometimes freeze after they are changed. The entire menu is also available in-game. This means that you don't have to leave the current match you are playing to switch to another server or tweak a video setting. Gamers rejoice, there is also a LAN mode. No more where you have to connect to the internet to play with your friends. Nuclear Dawn has many game modes from Deathmatch to Warfare, the full Nuclear Dawn experience. Unfortunately, the only populated servers are Warfare, which is similar to Search and Destroy, except two can destroy the other's command bunker first. Warfare is a team-based game that will require you to pay attention to your commander and other teams. If you are for running and gunning, this game probably isn't for you. Although far from a realistic shooter, it does require communication between you and your squad or teammates. It does not matter how well you do if your team is doing badly. There are 6 maps in total that you can compete on, and most servers have a max of 32 people for 16 versus 16 matches. These maps are huge and have points you need to capture. The downside to otherwise great design maps is the fact that once the main point is captured, the game can become extremely one-sided. It can be very difficult for a commander and his team to take control of the main point once the other team has control of it. Nuclear Dawn has 4 classes, including Assault, Exo, Support, and Stealth. These are all very basic classes, translating into Assault, Heavy Gunner, Engineer, Medic, and Sniper. The Stealth class preloads with arm blades as the main weapon and the ability to go invisible. While you will not unlock more weapons in each class, there are different types of advanced loadouts that you can arrange for each class once the commander has paid for the research. Each of these loadouts have different weapons for subdivisions like Medic or Engineer. You can edit the weapons with attachments and different ammunition that could potentially make the weapon shoot farther, deal more damage, and shoot more accurately. The weapons are all relatively useful in some way, but some of them are very easy to spam for kills. Moving around the map and doing things is relatively smooth and comfortable. Switching weapons, on the other hand, is not. Using the mouse wheel is extremely tedious because a lot of the time it'll switch to just your pistol or won't even switch weapons at all. As far as running and jumping are concerned, there were hardly any problems, although it wouldn't hurt if you could jump a bit higher. AI, on the other hand, was not always as smooth. Turrets, for example, would stutter when moving. I noticed this bug on more than one occasion. What I consider to be almost a 5th class is the commander role. Once you are commander, you have access to sit in the seat of the command bunker, which lets you lay out the floor plan and build the house to victory. From this position, you have a top view of the map as well as the bank account and the ability to lay buildings and other resources before your team. You must relay power so you can extend your resources, which includes the resupply posts, armories, and spawning posts. While spawning posts and resupply posts are pretty self-explanatory, the armory is something I personally have not seen before. You go into the small structure and it allows you to change your loadout and class without having to respawn. It also allows the commander to activate advanced weapons research kits so you may receive the different loadouts on each class. Don't get cocky in the commander's booth. You have to help your team and lay the grid with turrets and power as well as other resources. If you don't, you may be looking at a mutiny. Yes, that is right. Your soldiers can take your role of commander and give it to someone else. You basically work for them, although a good commander will always have people following his orders. After all, the commander can see things the soldiers can't. Nuclear Dawn runs on the Source engine and looks better than most games that do. Far from the best, but I am definitely not complaining. Most of the weapons and surrounding areas are well detailed and contain a futuristic sheen to them. Most people should find them at the very least tolerable. The lighting is set appropriately as most of the maps take place in deserted industrial areas. The maps become brighter and include more sun when they are in the city or a park. This is not the same engine from 2004, and Nuclear Dawn is a great representation of that. Two things I have yet to mention are spectator mode and mod support. There is a spectator mode for all you server admins and gamers who want to learn. You can watch any of the players on the battlefield with the exception of the commander. As far as mod support goes, Interwave made it available from day one. That means from the day the game released, you can create mods and custom maps. Nuclear Dawn is a hybrid game that has the potential to bring two communities together. The action is fast-paced and exciting. Commanding will put your brain to work, but getting that victory at the seat of the commander is something else. Many good qualities are unfortunately rivaled with some bad qualities, including clunky gun switching, one-sided battles, and a small feeling that something is missing as commander. At the price of $24.99 USD, Nuclear Dawn can fit into almost any gamer's budget and can offer a really great experience. Thank you for watching an Intense Gaming TV review. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to join our community at www.intensegamingtv.com.